Welcome to Northern Lights. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Mark.
And today we're going to do our UFC 271 recap. Did you enjoy the card overall, Mark? If it was good?
I did, yeah. I caught it because obviously I'm on UK time now.
What's it like getting up for you now?
Shit, mate. Shit. Honestly, I feel for you, honestly, constant. Because I would have just been in pub normally. Or at my mate's house watching it during the day on a Sunday afternoon.
What time's it normally on for you?
Your main card usually kicks off around 1 or 2 p.m, something like that. But
that's perfect, isn't it?
I got up, I set my alarm for 3, and I think I caught, by the time I got to my friend's house, because I didn't just stay up at mine, I just went to my friend's house, and I caught the Bobby Green fight, the very end of it. And then after that, it was straight into Cannonier and Brunson, which I thought was actually quite a good fight, actually. What about you? What did you think of it?
Yeah, definitely. It was weird, wasn't it, with Brunson? Because Brunson came out first round and he dominated. He dominated standing up, took him down. He even dropped him, didn't he? Did he drop him? Yeah, he did. I'm sure he dropped him.
Yeah, going off memory, yeah, there was some big moment for him anyway. But
yeah,
I always think that Brunson, whenever he's fighting, when he looks at him, it looks like his mind's elsewhere. I know he's not. This isn't discrediting him from any of his hard work or anything like that. But it always looks like he's just sat there like, thinking, I'll fucking pie and
he's probably thinking, what should I do next? That's probably what he's doing. He's probably going, right, if I do this, I'll do that. And,
probably is it not what he's going to have for his tea, like I think it looks like he's doing. Because it looks like he's just sat. And then when Cannonier caught him, because he wobbled him at first, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then when he took him to ground and then landed that massive elbow,
yeah,
you see the blood just piss out as well.
It was horrible. That's the thing, wasn't it? Because Brunson dominated the first round, and then when it came into the second, he got hit fairly early, didn't he? And Brunson got rocked quite early in the second round. And for me, it felt like he was just like out on his feet for that entire round. All of a sudden he was in slow motion. He didn't seem to know where he was. I think he was still dazed. I think it really rocked him.
Yeah, I mean,
he just didn't seem to know what was going on.
Definitely capitalised on that, didn't he?
100%.
Definitely made the most of that, which obviously should do.
You got one, yeah, of course, yeah.
And then he's calling out Izzy after. He could be the next fight for Izzy. I mean, personally, you look at that and I think there's only one way that fight's going. But I mean, it should be next. Should be someone new.
Well, he has to be next, doesn't he? There's no one else.
I thought that was quite a well. I know it wasn't the start of the card, but that's the one that I caught.
Yeah.
But then leading us back in, Dwayne, I can't tell you how nervous I were for Ty and Derek. I'm sat there, with a coffee, all nice and snug, nice dog next to me that I'm just stroking at 4:30 in the morning or something. My heart's beating. I'm not even fighting. There is no chance of danger coming near me whatsoever, but my heart is beating out my chest. I don't know why. I think it's just because I go, well, I like them both, but I really want Ty to be able to do it. And I never, ever would have expected him to knock Derek out cold. I thought Derek round 1, so my predictions straight out the window.
Yeah, well, I predicted the right person, but the wrong method. I said Ty by decision. But I think that's the thing. I think when you become such a big UFC fan, like you just get so committed, don't you? Like you get so connected to these fighters, and it's so important. I know it sounds a bit lame, but you do. Like my heart goes like crazy. It feels like it's going to pump out of my chest. You just get so worried.
There's only a few. It's never like for every fight, but it's with the big fights.
Yeah.
Or like if it's a fan favorite or something like that. Like we were saying the other day. I think I'm too old for heroes and stuff, but you've got the ones that you prefer over others, and you like to watch fight and stuff. But Jesus, it was just one of them. Any moment, you think someone's gonna go.
This could be gone at any second, yeah.
Yeah, and I expected Ty to come in too aggressive, and for Derek just to clock him. I could see Ty getting knocked out cold, but not Derek.
Yeah, and it shocked me that the complete opposite happened. What shocked me more is that Derek Lewis wrestled. That's what I thought was funny.
Yeah. I mean, I think you had to mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
If everyone was just expecting a stand and bang, including their opponents and stuff, but I mean, when he actually did it, it was weird because when you're watching it in real time, the elbow, you just think, it was just a clinch elbow sort of thing. But then you watch it back and he really connected. And because he was up against the fence, it was like it maybe had more impact or something. If he was just stood in the center of the octagon or something, he could have maybe rolled with it and survived it. But when he went down in like kind of slow motion, it was like some sort of PS2 Minority Report game where they just kind of flop slowly and go down. I'm like, oh fuck, that's it done. That's it done, isn't it?
But watching it back in slow motion, like you said, you see how controlled Ty was in. Because it just looks like, oh, they're having a bit of a scrap and then Derek's on the floor. But when you actually go back and watch it, Ty's been very precise where he's hitting. He has full control. He pushes him all the way up to the fence. And it just knocks him out clean. You think, I didn't expect that to happen. I mean, I did, but not in that fashion. And
no, I mean, I was so happy for Ty to be able to do it because you look at him a few years ago. I can't remember if his contract expired or if he got genuinely cut because he lost like 2 or 3 in a row. But then he came back in 2020 against Stefan Struve. Do you remember him, the skyscraper?
No.
He was like 7'1" or something. You'll see him. The Hills Have Eyes, if ever you've seen that movie.
Yeah.
Knocked him out in round 1. And then knock out someone else. I can't remember. It was on a Fight Night card. Then Greg Hardy, Augusto Sakai, and now Derek Lewis. So he's on a tear. And now he were ranked number 11, and he's just knocked out number 3. He's in serious talks to be next for the title. This guy,
he really is, isn't he? But that's the thing. Who's he going to fight? That's what I'm confused about the heavyweight division now. Because if the champ's out, because I mean, it doesn't look like Ngannou's going to sign again. And even if he does, he's having knee surgery. She's out for at least a year.
Yeah.
But I think Aspinall's fighting early March. When's UFC?
Yeah, that's the London card, isn't it? Yeah.
And if he wins, that'll put him right at the top. And it seems like you might get Ty versus Aspinall.
I'd be scared of that. I really do.
I don't
it's weird because, like Ty said, he doesn't mind being known as the guy who just drinks piss and, will stand and bang. But he's like saying, I am legit, which he is. You know what I mean? But compared to, I don't know, a few years ago, he just like, we've had conversations before saying he's great to have in the division. He probably won't ever be champion though. And you're like, well, I could end up eating my words.
He actually could be champion now.
Yeah.
And talking of champions, what do you think of Izzy versus Rob?
You see, I thought Izzy won.
Yeah.
Right. And this is me, a Rob fan, wanted Rob to win, so we get a trilogy. And just because it'd be nice to see Rob win again and be the champion again after all the work that he's put in and everything. But you'd see a few, I don't know if you've seen quite a few of them as well. People saying, Rob was robbed, basically. He took round, I think it were even Justin Gaethje saying Rob took rounds 3, 4, and 5. 4, maybe 5, definitely Rob took, I thought. But
I think, it's difficult because I think on another night with different judges, Rob might have won because the scorecards are really funny. So, like, one judge gave only round 2 only to Rob, and that's the round I thought he won as well. And then the others gave him 4 and 5. You think, well, why is one judge giving him 2 and the others are 4 and 5? There's not enough consistency with the judges. It gets a bit weird for me. But he could have won. And that's the thing, like, apart from the first round, Izzy didn't do much damage either. Like, not really. But I think when you're the champ, like you've said before, if you're the champ, if you're facing the champ, you've got to beat the champ, haven't you? You can't let it go to decision.
It's like, there's something to be said about, like, as in, like, imagine scraping a split decision victory over the champion and then you're sat there like reigning champion and that. Well, you're like, you get it because they got the better of them, but you've got to me, in my eyes, you've got to take the championship from them, not just edge it.
Yeah.
So
and the thing is, we don't even need Rob to win to get a trilogy because who else is going to fight Whittaker? Is it? Like, it's them two. No one can beat those two,
It's the welterweight division again, isn't it? It's a Colby and Usman, and then everyone else is like further down the line.
Same for the featherweights as well. It's just
there's a few. I'd even argue bantamweight, but that's another story.
Definitely.
I'm just saying.
Fighting that.
I think, I mean, I could see why people were upset, but it's one of them where you go, look, we've had controversial decisions, controversial stoppages countless times in the past, and no matter how much talk that you do about it, like, you can sit and bitch to your mate in the pub over a glass of bitter, saying that Rob should have won that, but you're like, at the end of the day, it's going to go down in the books as another title defense.
Yeah, definitely. And I think after in the first round when Izzy dropped Rob, I thought that's it. I thought, oh, Rob's done. I don't think he's got a chance here now, because Izzy was just all over him in that first round, absolutely battered him. He just felt, oh, Rob's got no for him. But the problem is Rob just sort of kept the same technique for the next 4 rounds. That long left leading jab, and then and try to go for a takedown, drop the level.
His lead leg was battered as well, wasn't it? So that's
Yeah,
another
that's
point.
true.
Izzy did do a lot of damage there.
Yeah, a lot.
But like, you could sort of discredit Rob, and like, I'm not one to do it, but I'm just saying a lot of people who are in favor of Izzy, they could discredit Rob, saying, well, a few jabs and some successful takedowns that did nothing, where Izzy were back to his feet, doesn't win you the title. And you go, well, yeah, but you look how many jabs that were landed and everything, because that was home for him. Not that I'm saying he couldn't miss, but he didn't miss a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, and especially when Izzy's so tall, like, what are his options? He's got to do that leading left jab, because that's the only punch he's got that can reach. Unless he gets really, really on the inside, because Izzy's about half a foot taller than him nearly. Do you know what I mean?
He's a point where he was on his back, wasn't there? And it was like a piggyback, and he was going for a choke sort of thing. And I was like, please, just lock this in. Imagine that. Imagine.
But he made a mistake, didn't he? He readjusted himself, and then that's it. Izzy got out. If he'd have just stayed there, clung on, he might have got it. But I don't know. I mean, who am I to say? I don't fucking have a clue, really.
Yeah, we're just two fans just talking about it. We're like them two old blokes in pub saying, "What the fuck's he doing?" When we haven't got a fucking.
He's knackered already. Oh, I'll be fine,
Oh yeah, sat there with a bag of fucking Doritos and McGuinness. I'll be right. Why don't you just fucking overhand him? Yeah, like I have a fucking clue. Well, that was 271. I wouldn't, to be quite honest with you, Dwayne, I'm not that excited for the middleweight division.
No, there's nothing there, is there?
No, it's no. To be honest, there isn't. There's no. I can't even put a spin on it, because he's like lapping everyone now, and
I guess we've got Rob will fight Vittori next, probably. That might be a fun fight.
Vittori will be fresh now, won't he? Because he's had Costa a few months ago, and you think, well, who's next now? Who's ready and around about them rankings? There's maybe Gilbert Burns. Oh no, sorry, welterweight, yeah. But I suppose if Hamzat ever fancies coming up again, see what happens there.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? After seeing Rob got quite a bit of success taking Izzy down, and he almost got a submission. Could someone like Hamzat,
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm 1 foot on and 1 foot off the hype train of Chimaev. If Gilbert Burns' fight decides to go ahead, and if he beats him, I'll definitely be on the hype train.
Yeah.
But until that day, I'm just thinking, well, we've had many before. We've had Kevin Holland, we've had Johnny Walker, up and comings, and then they end up getting smashed. Yeah. But so far as 271, I think that's as much of our recap, really.
Yep. Thanks everyone for listening. Like, subscribe, and all that good stuff.